Hi and welcome to your new skin journey. My name is Kirsty Cooke and I've been involved with this incredible company for over 31 years. So by now you would have been sent a starter booklet, and in that booklet there's a couple of bits of homework that it's really important to do before you attend your first training. And these are goals and creating a contact list. Now, I joined the company at the age of 24 and I'd never had experience writing down goals. Well, fast forward over 30 years, Paul and I have built an empire all over the world. And I know the singular main thing that has created that success is that we've taken the art of creating goals, taken it very, very seriously. Unfortunately, for most people, we don't have a lot of experience really accurately setting goals. So your goal setting muscle may be a little weak. I'm going to give you a few tips to help you get started. It's not the how. It is all about the why. It's all about designing a life, not just settling for making a living, right? That's why you've joined the business. Well, it's time to start getting specific about what that actually looks like. And most of us are actually a little bit scared to write our goals down because we don't want to be disappointed if we end up failing. So here's some tips to help you get out of your head and really tap into what your heart's desire is. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? That's a big one. Again, because we are so scared of being disappointed by not achieving something, we'd rather not write it down. Well, what if you took away that barrier? If I knew I couldn't fail, what would I love? What would I love to do? Where would I love to go? What would my life look like? Another good one is, what did I love doing as a kid? I've always found for most adults, we stop playing. We stop actually doing things just for the fun of it. If we go back to thinking about what did I love doing as a kid? What were the games that I played? You'll be so surprised that there's a thread of inspiration there of things you'd actually love to be doing now. It's just that you've got into the zone of just working, making a living, going back next week and doing it all over again. You've forgotten what lights you up. What's your perfect day? What would you do if you could wake up in the morning and say to yourself, what do I feel like doing today? Right? Just play these games and get your mindset in the right space. Take the lid off your thinking. What would change in your life if you were making an extra $10,000 a month? Now, that's not an absolute fortune. That's not going to, create wealth. But $10,000 a month for each and every one of us would change some things. So start thinking, if that money came in this month, if that money came in next month, if it was guaranteed to come in the next month, what would change in my life with that extra $10,000 a month? What would change in my life with an extra $20,000 a month? Push through the discomfort of kind of not knowing, and get specific. Start to really think of some details of those things, those dreams, those goals that you'd love to have if you were making an extra $20,000 a month. And now we can get a bit specific in terms of creating an action plan for you. What's something that's realistic but a little bit exciting that would be a great monthly income goal 1 year from now? Don't think about it too much. Just write it down. You can always change the goal. But, considering you're going to start this business part-time, what's something that's exciting enough that would, allow you to put in those few hours a day? What about 3 years from now? What about 5 years from now? And this is where you can really start to be a little bit more adventurous and take the risk of writing down a little bit more unrealistic figure. Another challenge I get people to do, which I think is such an important exercise, and this might take you a little while, but take it seriously, 101 goal list. And I'll tell you right now, many of us get to 25 or 30 and we hit a bit of a wall. So here's some prompts. Things that you want to own, characteristics you'd love to grow in yourself, experiences you want the family to have, new hobbies that you want, places you want to travel to, places you would love to live for a year, things you want to do in your community, sporting events, big events that you'd love to attend around the world, adventures you want to have, concerts that you dream to go to. It could be as small as getting a massage once a week. It could be as big as taking your parents on a world trip or buying them a home or starting a trust and a charity. It doesn't have to even be something that you've thought of for a long while. It doesn't have to be your heart's desire. It can be something quite frivolous. Another tip with this is being specific about a goal helps you get more numbers on the page. So for example, instead of saying, I'd love a house, if you get specific about that house, does it have a jacuzzi? That's another 101 goal. Does it have a pool? Does it have a games room? What color is the kitchen? What design is the garden? So by being specific on your goals, you start to really create a vision that you can taste, you can feel, you can see it, and that goal becomes a lot more real and a lot more exciting. So the next bit of homework is creating your list. This is such an important resource in your business. So first thing, get it out of your phone and onto paper. The very act of writing down names is going to help you access what psychologists tell us we know 2,000 people plus by the age of 25. By writing it down, it's like a memory jogger. You're going to be more likely to be triggered to remember people because your brain's going to be thinking rather than just assuming you've got all your contacts in your phone. Break it up into categories: family, friends, workplace, school, community, people that you know overseas. And it is really good to kind of categorize your top 10 in each of these areas. And then after that, don't prejudge. You are not a fortune teller. You've really got no idea who is going to be at the right place at the right time in their life to want to be healthier, to want to be wealthier, to want to be part of an incredible community, to want to have more fun, to want to fire their boss, to have more energy, to look younger. You've really got no idea. So just at this point, write the list. And the bigger the list, the bigger the business at the end of the day. We really look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world and joining hands with you on your new skin journey. Congratulations.